What's going on, YouTube? Got a question from a subscriber. We back talking about the trucking. He want to know, Andrew, what's the difference between leasing a truck and owning a truck when it comes to leasing on to a carrier or having your own motor carrier? Now, we didn't hear this debate going back and forth throughout the last 10 years. And maybe I'll put a different perspective on it. Back in 2016, when I first leased a truck, the word on the streets was the only difference between leasing a truck and owning a truck is just the truck payment. Back in 2016, my truck payment was $695 a week. Hey, okay, so, if we both, go out there, work the same company, work the same job, do about the same amount of miles, your check $4,000, mine like $3,300 because I got paid at $695. Hey, Andrew, I don't care nothing about that because your check $695 more than mine, but you got to pay for breakdowns. You ain't got no warranty because you own a truck. Versus me, I'm paying $695 a week, but I ain't got to worry about breakdowns. I got a newer truck. Ain't nobody been in it before, and I got a warranty. I ain't got to come out of my pocket nothing. So, that was in 2016. That was word on the street in 2016, and I did believe in that. And it made all the sense in the world. And for new people coming into trucking, what I just explained, it makes all the sense in the world. When you brand new to trucking, fast forward 10 years when you got some experience, shit. What's the difference? Oh, there's so many differences it don't make no sense. Let's do the obvious. Cash truck driver go 4,000 miles. Lease driver go 4,000 miles. Which one of them can get a negative settlement? Or a settlement of less than $500? The cash truck driver or the lease driver? You damn right, the lease driver. In today's times, a lease driver can go 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 miles, check still negative, or still below minimum wage, because it's no longer just about a truck payment. It's much more to it. See, the deductions have got way higher as the years have gone by. Back in the day, we used to just pay truck payment, insurance, that's it. Yeah, $695 truck payment, bobtail, physical damage. Bobtail was like, $8 a week. Physical damage be like $34, $35 a week. That was it. That's all you paid for a lease truck. Nowadays, oh my gosh. Oh man, nowadays, oh man. Let me try to think because it gets difficult. Okay, you got the truck payment be like $920. Ain't no $695. $920. Escrow account be like $250, administrative fee $150, IFTA be like $25, a week, or $50 a week, something like that. ELD by itself be like $25 a week. You got insurance, $400-500 a week, something like that, or $250 a week. They got insurance, physical damage, then you got cargo. The cargo be $250. Then sometimes the physical damage be another $250. Then they hit you with the trailer. So the list of deductions are insane. It's insane. It's not like it was back in the day. Which is why a lease driver can go 4,000 or 5,000 miles to come up with a negative settlement or a check less than $500. You see what I'm saying? It's a big difference now. It's not just about just the truck note. See, if I go 4,000 or 5,000 miles on Friday, I ain't got to be sitting back wondering on my settlement. Hey man, you think my settlement gonna be negative? I don't have those problems. Nobody that owns a truck, we don't have those problems. And when you do own a truck, you don't even lease on the carriers with massive amounts of deductions. You go ask anybody that owns a truck out here. Somebody that owns a truck, there's two ways they're gonna be looking for a carrier. The first carrier is like what Cash is King do, the 80-20 split. You bring your cash truck, you lease on to one of these 80-20 split carriers, They may just charge you insurance and that's it. Ain't no trailer fees. It may not be an escrow. You may have to pay an ELD. That's about it. That's about it. Matter of fact, I can tell you. Let me go see. What's one of these carrier names? Let me find one of these 80-20 splitters right quick. I can tell you what the deductions are. Just to give you an example. Try to look on Craigslist. Let's go to reefer, owner operator. Let me see if I can find somebody with some deductions listed. It's gonna take a minute. Oh, wait, found one. Okay, let me read it. 80-20 split carrier, ELD, $25 a week. Any age truck, free reefer trailer. We only charge $100 a week for trailer maintenance. That covers flat tires or if you need to fit something. Free cargo and liability insurance. They do have escrow, $1,500. Doesn't say how much they take out a week. Other than that, if you don't have registration, aka a license plate, then you can get a license plate through them. That's just either you buy your license plate or you don't. That's it. So $25 a week for ELD, $100 for the trailer, and you got a $1,500 escrow. Yeah, we gonna say that's $250 a week for escrow because they don't say. So $250 plus $100, that's $350 plus $25, $375 a week. And $250 of that is escrow is gonna be gone. Ooh, Amazon right on time. 80-20 split hauling reefer. Which means you gross $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 at that carrier. Let me just run some math for you right quick. Let's say $8,000. You gross $8,000. You take away their 20%, which is $1,600. That leaves you with $6,400. Then you take away that $375. That's $6,025. Then you just take away some fuel. Say the fuel $2,000. You keep $4,000. That's the type of carrier I would look for. If I owned the truck, even if I was financing the truck, even if I was leasing the truck from an outside carrier like Long Mountain or some of these other leases outside that I can control where I can, take the truck. It's not a carrier lease. I go find me an 80-20 split, just like Cash is King and some of the other guys. This low in deductions. None of this 88-12. You know how the lease drivers gotta do 88-12 with. I'm talking about the deduction list. This damn long, this tall. Y'all know y'all do the 88-12 and I'm talking about the deductions off the page. What are they gonna charge you? Leasing didn't used to be this way. You run 4,000-5,000 miles. You don't know. You can't even calculate what you're gonna get paid because there's so much they got to take. Do you think if you got control of that truck, whether you making payments or not, but you got control over it, you think you finna pick a carrier with the damn deduction list like this? You like, what? Goddamn. What I'ma do with that? You won't even look for no carrier like that. You won't look for no carrier like that. And then, of course, if you got your own authority, there ain't no escrow, of course. You still gonna have to pay the ELD. You still gonna have to pay that $25. Most ELD providers, they gonna charge you it's monthly. My bad, not weekly. Yeah, it's monthly. It's $25 a month. I think my ELD provider, HOS 24 hours, is $25 a month. So even then, you still saving money because they $25 a week. But most ELD carriers is going to be about $14 to about $35, depending on what all you get with the ELD. Some of them offer IFTA tracking and camera tracking and all this other stuff that go with it. You can be on that $35 side, but you just need a basic ELD. 25 or less is usually Samsar, Keep Trucking, you know, all these other ELD providers, okay? About $25 a month. Like I said, you ain't gonna be paying no escrow. You got your own authority. If you own a trailer outright, you ain't got no trailer payment. If you like Andrew, we lease our trailers. You'll go lease a trailer. You're gonna pretty much pay what you pay at every other carrier. You know, about $250 a week for a brand new drive-in, $300 for a brand new reefer. Okay, ain't no way around that. But other than that, you're looking at about 97%, man. 3% goes to factory. You get 97%. Minus your trailer for the week, $250. Minus your ELD, you have to break that $25, divide that by 4, whatever that equals. But you'll take that LNG and fuel. It's a little bit more money. Oh, and you get paid out to every load. Get paid out to every load. So that's with the motor carrier. But like I said, as a lease driver, don't get me wrong. I know lease drivers that they deductions ain't like this. It's a lease driver. He about the highest paid lease driver there is that I know of. Name is Mark. Y'all seen him over on SoCal. He sent me his settlements. He the highest paid lease driver I know. Last paycheck, $6,000 take home. He work over at USA Truck. Guess what their deductions are? Oh, about this small. About this small. It's a mega carrier. Mega carriers don't charge that much. He netted $6,000. Not gross, netted. Gross like $9,000. Netted like $6,000. He do the least amount of miles out of all these drivers on planet Earth. I can't tell you what he do though, but ain't nothing special. Just regular drive-in freight. Ain't no special nothing. Regular drive-in freight with one of these brokers you can start out with on day one. I can't say which one it is. It ain't that many brokers you can start out with on day one. It's a big brokerage that you can start out with your motor carrier on day one. Ain't that many. I mean, you probably naming 2 right now. It's one of them 2. Shit. It's one of them 2. It's either TQL or cheap and heavy. Yeah. And they paying them the money. Did you drive in? Okay. Other differences. When the carriers start to have financial issues or, you know, they feel like you ain't a good driver, you know, because all truck drivers do this. We start to slow down. We start being late. The carrier don't really like us. Dispatch, they like, oh, man, they tired of hearing your excuses. They start to mess with your money. When you got control over that truck, and you can't really fix the connection no more, and the carrier kind of just want you gone, you can just go on to the next carrier. A lease driver? Shit. Lease driver, we see lease drivers do it. They ain't got no choice but to try to make it work. And usually y'all know how they go. We can't make it work. We can't make it work. We just got to give it up and go to the next lease. Gotta give it up and go to the next lease. We try hard. We try to fit. I didn't see a lot of that personally try to do that. They try to fix the connection. You know, it's all the way. And to be honest, there ain't no way to fix it. You really do have to go to the next carrier. Some carriers, they get burnt down on drivers. They like, hey. And sometimes they make more money by getting rid of you. Like I tell people, man, when you go to certain carriers and they got these escrows, $2,000, $3,000 charging $250 a week. If it take you, 2-3 months to fill up that escrow, at the end of that 3 months, especially if you're a lease driver, because y'all know escrow is free money for them. 99% of y'all ain't getting it back. It's only 1% of us that they give it back to. I was the 1%. But I know there's plenty of other drivers watching at least my videos. Y'all get y'all money back. Sure you do. I know some of y'all have got your money back, but I do believe 99% of lease drivers, they don't get the escrow back. But listen to me now. If it takes 3 months for you to fill up the escrow, right? Because they just, every week, $250, just free money to them. When your escrow is filled up, and you leasing a truck, it's their truck, it's more beneficial for them to get rid of you and put another driver in your position so that escrow can start all over a year and they can continue collecting that $250 a week. Because you're just hauling regular freight. Especially if you're a drive-in driver. At this point, any truck driver can do drive-in. What's going to make you any different than the next driver? Okay, you can do 4,000 miles. He can do 4,000 miles. She can do 4,000 miles. The little kid over there can do 4,000 miles. Everybody can do 4,000 miles. That don't stand out no more. Back in the day when that 2 clocks first started, okay, that may have been a big thing. But nowadays, it's like that's mandatory to even get the job. That's what the first thing one of these Russian people. That's the first question. How many miles you think you could do? Man, I can do about 500 miles. No, 700. 700 a day. 700 a day. No, you can't get no job over here. 700 a day. That's a requirement if you even want the job. Shit, they tell you that on the phone. They let it be known quick. You ain't talking about 700 or better. Look. First of all, and at this point, the way the United States is pushing hard on the immigrants, man, they feel like, it could be coming to an end. They may want you to do 900 a day because now they got to get they got to squeeze as much money as they can out of you. Now, you may have to do 900. And even when you're doing that 900 a day, still may not be no check at the end because, boy, they'll get to creating deductions. Your deductions already this high. That settlement hit, boy, they'll find a way to stretch it, boy. They'll stretch that damn thing. They'll throw tolls on there and all types of stuff you didn't know about. Shit, man, please. It's hard when you're in this trucking industry and you got control over what it is you do, you can kind of avoid some of the scams and some of the drawbacks that come with this industry. When you in a position of some type of control. You ain't gotta be full control, but if you just got some control, and when I say some control, it's the ability to leave that company with that truck and go elsewhere. When you just got that little bit of control right there. I'm talking about money get funny, you gone. You get a negative check, you gone. You supposed to get paid on Friday. Friday hit, the money ain't hit. They talking about, hey, something happened, Monday. You automatically start putting 1 foot out the truck. You got 1 foot out the truck already. Monday hit, it don't hit, you gone. You gone. And I always believe when you got control of your truck, there's always a carrier out there that is gonna be better. Every carrier you go to gonna be better. In the beginning, everything is good. I wouldn't even waste time. Hey man, look, we all know in the beginning it's good. The minute it stopped being, not so good, just go to the next carrier. Just go to the next 5,000, 10,000 motor carriers out there. Boy, they people getting freaking US DOT numbers every day. Just like all of them, a lot of them shutting down every day, new people coming in. So it's always gonna be some carriers that flip-flop and go to all over the place. It ain't nothing but just taking some decals off the door, and that's it. See, when you control the truck, you get used to taking decals off. When I was in the oil field with my flat top, shit, I kept me a little razor blade. Y'all seen the videos? I kept me a little razor blade. Yeah. When them oil field companies, you see it, man, they stole, boy, after they robbed me and Justin Lewis, I kept a razor blade on me because I already knew it. The minute it looked like they can't pay, hey, I'll pull up today. I'll pull up right in front of the office. Tell Lewis, hey, Miss Charlie, look outside the window. You see my truck right there? Cool. Just keep looking. I'm finna walk outside around. I'll start peeling them decals right there off. I'll go across the street and put the next carrier decals on and keep on going. Hell is you talking about? So yeah. I keep a razor blade on me. You'll learn quick how to pull them decals off with a razor blade. Here, do I got one up in here? I got real, matter of fact. It might be already in the truck. I think it's in the blue truck. No. Look at that, right? Boom, there it is. Look at that. Money getting funny. Mr. Charlie, you telling me there's no loads right now in Dallas, Texas? Yeah, man, ain't no drive-in loads right now in Dallas, Texas. All right, Mr. Charlie, what time is it, man? About 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on a Monday, ain't no drive-in loads in Dallas, Texas. Is that right, Mr. Charlie? Is that right, Mr. Charlie? No load. Are you sure, Mr. Charlie? Are you sure? Are you sure that you don't see no loads on DAT? Mr. Charlie, you on DAT load, boy? Let me go in. DAT load, boy. Okay. 3,000 plus loads, and you don't see nothing, Mr. Charlie. Hey, look, Andrew. It's slow right now. Times is tough. The economy ain't looking good. Oh, I know it ain't looking good, Mr. It ain't looking good for you at all, Mr. Charlie. Let me step outside this door right quick, peel all this shoe shine off, and go in this carrier. Yeah. I keep one of these. It's a plastic scraper. You see that? Little plastic scraper. Get it off Amazon. Made for peeling decals off with the quickness. I mean, you just right there on the decal, get up under it, poof, right on off there, man. Quick. I keep it on me. Keep it on me. Especially you work in the oil field. Everybody in the oil field, y'all should know this. But they lose contracts too quick. They lose contracts too quick. I'll give you an example. But if you sitting there, if you in the oil field right now doing sandbox, any of that crap, you on a lease road, ain't no detention getting paid, it's 40 trucks out there on the lease road, you down to one load a day. Look here, Miss Charlie. Are we gonna get some detention? Now, they don't want to pay detention. Give me a second, Miss Charlie. I'm just gonna. Wow, peeling them decals off right now, I'll be gone. I take off. We gotta stop giving away free time. I understand they had all the promotions going. They told you it was booming. They hid 5 wheels. They was giving $1,000 sign-on bonus. And like TCT, when I saw that video he posted on Facebook, when they went down, they got a little pickup truck, went down the lease road, showing all they chromed out Peterbilts out there on the lease road, getting ready to unload them pneumatics. You know what I said? He went down the line, there were 40 trucks. Go look on Facebook, 40 trucks. You know what I said? They losing a lot of money. The truck drivers, not TCT who getting paid. They getting paid for all them trucks sitting out there. They ain't giving it to you. All them truck drivers out there, guess what they taking? A fat L. They don't get no money to sit out there. If you in the back of the line, you only got one load for the day, that's $500. No detention, you sitting out there by the time you get to the front of the line, the sun then went up and came, went down again. Shit, you been sitting out there 12 hours. Then after you finish unloading, don't forget the magic line. Who was this? Daniel? Okay, you're number 35 on the list. You're number 35 on the list. Yeah, 35 on the list. What does that mean? What that means is when we got a load for you, you're the 35th driver in line for a load. How long is that going to take? Well, Daniel, it could be another 16 hours. We'll call you when the load ready. Big difference between leasing is more than just a truck note. Like I said, when you got control, it's not even really the truck note, it's just the control, okay? Because you can still be having truck notes. You ain't got to necessarily own nothing, because I know y'all were all against the ownership. You could be paying, the bank or Mr. Charlie or somebody truck note. It's more so how much control you got over the equipment you driving, whether it be a leased truck, a rented truck, a Pimpski truck, any of the equipment. How much control over it do you got? The people that's got zero control is the absolute heart. They're playing on legendary mode. Have I not explained this before? Legendary mode are the people with zero control over their truck. I'm not talking about company drivers and things like that. We talking about people, we talking about 1099 side of trucking, okay? We talking about lease drivers, owner operators, y'all that carry all them terminologies. People with zero control over the truck, they got it the hardest. They usually make the lease. The more control you got, the more easy it is to put more money in your bank account. Kind of comes with the ease. I'm just saying, when you got full control, I would say it's way, way, way easier. In fact, I'm not gonna say it's just extremely easy, but it's so much better that, if you came from running 4,000-5,000 miles, you're not gonna want to do that, because the money you was making at 4,000-5,000 miles, let's say you're making $3,000 running all them miles, when you got 100% control, like a motor carrier or something, making $3,000, that could be a load just going to Florida from Tennessee. Tennessee to Florida with a reefer, $3,200, $3,500. You got to drive in, $2,200. Find a load up out of there. Driving, you got to do a little bit more work, but the miles are not there. That's 700 miles. 700 miles, $2,200, $2,100, with a drive-in, depending on how far you go down. It could be 28 if you go all the way down towards Miami and all that stuff down at the bottom. With a drive-in, with a reefer. Man, it's already 4 o'clock, but let me get on DAT load board. And let me just do reefer for tomorrow. Maybe I can see for tomorrow reefer, so I can give y'all an idea if there's any loads for tomorrow. Okay, I got Murfreesboro to South Daytona, Florida, 630 miles, $2,900. That's what a broker I'd used before too. $2,900. 630 miles. Let me make sure it's not LTL. Looks like a regular load. Okay, let me find another one. Find a different broker. We got RXO. I just talked to RXO today. Let me find another one. I like to find TQL, because I know TQL. Okay, TQL got one, but that's Denver, Colorado. We ain't trying to go there with it. RXO got some Miami loads. 885 miles, $2,800. TQL 625 miles, $1,750. That's going to Virginia though. We got Lakeland, Florida, 707 miles, $1,800. TQL, Nashville to Jackson, Florida, 597 miles, $1,500. So that's with a reefer. Not them in the loads listed. I mean, it's only showing because the day is already over with. But what I'm getting at is, it's a lot easier to get the money. A lot easier. Let me give you another example. Let me go back to that load board. Let's go, okay, let's go out to Chicago, because they got a whole lot of loads that ain't been covered. Chicago is always booming with freight, so let's go Chicago with a reefer. Okay, now let's find a broker. Okay, we got TQL, Bolingbrook, Illinois to New York, Syracuse, New York, 695 miles, $4,000. This is our reefer. You got Integrity Express. Hey, first of all, shout out to Integrity Express. I love that brokerage. That's the first brokerage that got me up out of the oil, got me and my crew up out the oil field. When they came to me and told me, hey, no more pneumatic work, hopper only. And that was it. No more oil field for us. Shoot, I didn't know these people, just picked up Google, typed in a bunch of questions, and they popped up this brokerage. I called them. They gave us our first pneumatic loads outside the oil field, paying more money than we ever made in the oil field. That's when we started going down to, we was going to South Texas, coming all the way up to Oklahoma. It was me, Ann, and Justin Lewis. Matter of fact, that's that load. Y'all remember the rail car stuff? We had all that shit, all that white stuff that got all over me. All that load, them loads came from Integrity. And to be honest, they gave us that lane board. That we had them loads back to back to back to back. See, it was like $6,500 or something like that per driver. And what we went wrong at is, like I said, these were our first loads outside the oil field. We got down there to their rail car. We didn't even know how to load that damn product onto the pneumatic trailer. It took us a whole day just to get the first trailer loaded. So obviously, you know, they like, Andrew, what the hell? Come on, man, we gotta find another carrier for this. So, you know, we didn't know. When you only been hauling sand, you don't know. But anyways, they got Milwaukee to Nashville, that's 570 miles. 3250, let me make sure it's not. It says 1 pick, 2 drops. We don't care about the 2 drops. But I know everybody can do it though. So, as y'all can see, reefer load, Integrity Express, Milwaukee to Nashville, 3250, 570 miles. What's the fuel on 570 miles with a reefer? Let's just say $500. Is that too? Let me calculate. 570. I do 570 divided by 4 miles to the gallon, 142 gallons times $3.20, 450. So we'll just say $500. So $500, you do, how much was that load? 3250, tell them 34. But just for the sake of this video, just keep it at 3250 minus 3% for factoring. So factoring take, we'll just round it to $100. They take 100. You put 500 in the tank. You keep $2,650. $2,650 to go 570 miles. That's one day. We got full control. That's one day. One day. So the money comes a lot easier. You still got 6 other days to go. Yeah, 6 other days to go. And you come here to Nashville, from Nashville, you take a reefer load, 2,000 plus to Florida. So y'all get the idea, man. Let me upload this video and get y'all 32 minutes.